Hello guys, welcome back to the Steve Perez video. So Steve receives some unknown message from no caller ID and Steve does not know anything about the message. And then it is seen that the message contains some voice notes of Crazy X which he sent to Steve, and when Steve listens to the voice notes, Crazy X is threatening Steve. And Crazy X also talks about when Steve had put Crazy X friend in jail, and Crazy X is very angry with Steve for this act. And Crazy X also has a big secret from Steve which Crazy X is going to expose soon. And Steve gets shocked and worried after listening to Crazy X's voice note, because in the voice note Crazy X also talks about Steve's family. And Crazy X threatens Steve that she will destroy Steve's entire life. And Steve thinks that Crazy X has a big secret of mine, and Steve does not understand what is happening. And Steve was at peace for a long time that Crazy X lost his life, but Crazy X has started messing with Steve again. And then when Steve is about to go inside the house, Steve finds a note outside the house, and the note is from Crazy X. And the note is about Steve's blind date which no one knows, and Steve gets worried that how Crazy X knows about it, because only Eric knew about Steve's blind date. And Steve thinks that maybe someone is spying on me. Then Steve gets another note, and in this note it is written about Steve that Steve's mother had an abortion before Steve was born. And after this note, Steve holds his head and Steve gets confused that how Crazy X can know so much, and Steve's privacy is being exposed and Steve is not feeling well at all. And then he gets a third note on which it is written that Steve's eldest brother has fled from the US, and Steve this secret has also been exposed by Crazy X. And Steve also believes that my brother has fled from the US, but Steve is worried that how Crazy X knows about my secret, and Steve is not seeing any suspicious person outside the house at night. And then Steve gets to see the fourth note, and Steve himself does not understand what is happening, and Steve does not know who is giving all this information to Crazy X. And the notes received from Crazy X proves to be much worse for Steve, and Steve thinks that Crazy X has made a big mistake by doing this illegal thing.